the guest.
If you go over there and refresh that.
I was gonna say, I'll share it right
refresh
away.
It'll show it. Oh, there it is already, the live, so hit the live video.
I got the spinning wheel of death right now.
Did it go? Maybe you go.
My mom's gonna yell.
Okay, now, scroll down a little bit.
We're drinking on a year.
Yep, and then hit that again, because then it'll give you the big
Listen, Mom, I
screen.
got hair on my dress.
Click on the, I don't know, no, click in the middle of the screen. Yep. And then, see where the speaker button is? Just slide that down and click on that, then it mutes it. Whatever, you can do it that way too. Be fine. So you're good. Now you can click out of that or whatever, get out of that, and there you go.
Are you ready for this
So then you
disaster?
already got Jennifer. You got Jennifer Surratt. Wow, there's, holy crap, you have more people on board from the get-go than I did. What the F?
Well, we're better than you.
suck. You all suck.
No, I want you to look at me.
No.
Look at me. We're better. I just don't want to tell you.
Alrighty, you already got more people on board than I do in the
When you're
morning when I
good.
start.
When you're good, you're good. That's just.
First podcast, it should be fun. Should be a real abomination. Alright, oh, and see it, they reset.
Your
Okay.
show look good.
So if you wanna keep those on that you can hear in there, because once you hit your mic, it's gonna go quiet in here unless you don't wanna wear them, and then hit that ID, hit your mic, do your open, do whatever. Just wait till that goes down and hit that
I'm
imaging.
sharing it
This,
now.
this one right
Yeah,
here.
sure. Yeah, burr. And you're ready to rip.
Are we ready?
Yeah. This'll be fun. Have fun. You sure you don't want a beer?
I'm good.
You may need one. You may need it. Relax.
All right, welcome to our first podcast, Lehighton Magazine. I am Keith Hines, your host, along with Trent. We have a special guest tonight, Ryan Saunders, here to talk about Rocktoberfest. We're going to be talking about upcoming events and a whole bunch of other stuff. So,
Alright.
let's get started.
So I think we should start with where Rocktoberfest all started, Ryan.
Well, Rocktoberfest is run by the Lehighton Downtown Initiative. Actually, the Lehighton Downtown Initiative has been a long-standing nonprofit organization in Lehighton for a good number of years. They had actually originally run Bike Night, and the Bike Night committee decided to sort of disband, and they really didn't want to do that anymore. So a whole new regime came in with Jared McAvoy, myself. We kind of took the bull by the horns and said, okay, we're gonna try to revitalize this town. And of course, losing Bike Night, it was something that was a main staple for the town. Everybody knew Bike Night. Everybody knew Lehighton Bike Night. Everybody came.
Right.
And being the fact that we're not really event type people, and none of us are really bikers per se, we just thought, okay, we need to have something that Lehighton can call its own again. We need something that the town can gravitate towards, grab a hold of, and call their own. And this was our way of giving the town something to call their own. It was going to take a lot. I will tell you now. It's an enormous feat for probably a small army of 6 people.
Yeah.
And it ended up Bike Night was a 10-hour event. Rocktoberfest, 2 days, 2 full days, virtually 2 full days. And like I said, out of the gates, we're not event people. But our goal was to help to revitalize our town, and one of the criteria to do that was to get people out of their houses, give them a reason to come out, build the community spirit, and Rocktoberfest, and I gotta give credit where credit is due, is the brainchild of Jared McAvoy, our fearless leader. And we said, okay, let's roll with it. And what a better concept to roll out a new beginning with than breast cancer awareness. And cancer hits everywhere, anyone. It doesn't discriminate. It's in every family.
Right.
Whether you have family members, you have friends, or you know someone. Regardless, cancer has hit somebody in your family, in your lives that. So everybody identifies with it. So we thought that's our best way to show the community that we're here, we have something for you, and we can all support, get behind. And that's really the meat and potatoes behind it, was to really give the community a staple of an event for a really, really good cause.
And how many years was this going on now?
I think this is our 4th annual, believe it or not.
Wow.
Our 4th annual. And we've changed some things this year, that we're gonna do some things a little bit different. The first couple years it was, we lined upper and the lower parks with tons of vendors. So you could come through and it's vendor. And it's like, take into consideration your community. It's like, we're not one of the high-priced communities. We're not Bethlehem Easton. We're not, Phillipsburg. This is good old Lehighton. It's like, people don't go to an event with $250 to spend. You're talking about families of 4 or
Right.
5 people that say, okay, we get, $60 to spend for the weekend. Let's use it wisely. So instead of doing, tons and tons of vendors where you feel like you got to come down and spend your money, now we're going to have actually free community yard games. There's cornhole will be down there.
Yahtzee?
Yahtzee will be down there.
You know where
Yahtzee-
you're gonna find me.
Yahtzee
If
will be
anyone wants
down
that
there.
work in Yahtzee, you come find me.
You got it. Yahtzee will be down there. We have some free checkers, tic-tac-toe boards, things like that. Just sit down, come down, hang out. And of course there'll be some games that the LDI is bringing to the table that are low cost. There'll be a candy wheel. You can put 50 cents on a color.
I know where we'll find Keith.
Keith will be put 50 cents on a color, and if it lands on your color, you win a candy bar. It's a low cost game that you could
It's something fun too.
And it's fun. It's
Right.
The
fun.
kids will want to do it, and like we said, Keith will
Yeah, I'll
probably
be there.
be there. Yeah.
Eating the
You're
problem.
pretty
Hanging
much
out with all the
running
kids, just-
stand.
Yeah, eating the.
Bullying.
Yeah, bullying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fun things that we decided to bring, and of course, Rocktoberfest would not be Rocktoberfest without a host of bands, up in the amphitheater. So one thing we should let all the listeners know is that the upper park will in fact be done and open for Rocktoberfest.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 90-ish, I'm around 90,
So-
80, 85,
85.
around 80, 80,
I don't
80,
like-
80's fair.
I don't
80's
like
fair.
how it keeps dropping though. That's not what I think anyone wants to hear.
It will be done. The only part that will not be done is we won't have the new seating in.
Okay.
So the amphitheater will be done, it's repaved.
So mosh pit.
Mosh pit, perfect.
Got it.
So bring a blanket, bring lounge chairs, that kind of thing. Just won't be, actual benches there. We will have to quarantine some of the grassy areas in the upper park because the contractors just planted the new grass and new grass seed. So, bummer we can't use the grass up there, but there'll be a really cool beer and wine garden.
That was
And I
gonna-
know
There you go.
That
Trent
was
was
gonna
heading
be
there.
the-
I know he was going there.
That
So
was
I-
going to be the biggest question.
Yeah, so the beer and wine garden will be in the upper quadrant, right where it always is, but it's just going to be in the road.
Okay.
So both North and South Streets are
Okay.
closed for the weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
that's
we-
probably something big to say. What roads are gonna be closed?
Yeah,
around
North
here.
and South are closed. That's and basically Second Street from the alley right before Constitution Avenue, and the other alley on the other side past Fritz's Bowling Lanes.
Okay.
So that whole area there's going to be a barrage of rides from non-Weilers. They're great people. They partnered with us here last year, and again wanted to do it again this year. So it's a fantastic relationship, and it's great to build partners with local businesses and build local partners. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of local partners that are actually vending at Rocktoberfest. So you see a lot of your
That's awesome.
a lot of your friends and families and buy local, and,
Right.
and that's really what it's all about.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any questions for him?
The biggest thing on the social media is, do you know it's the same day as the Halloween parade?
Absolutely. It absolutely is. And we have, and I'm going to use the term again, we have partnered with the parade committee to really be able to cross-promote everything. We're promoting the parade. It doesn't interfere with Rocktoberfest because it goes on 3rd Street, as you know.
Right.
It goes up Cole Street, makes a right onto Cole, and then back up Mahoning. And actually, our the community that comes out to the parade will be able to come down and visit Rocktoberfest after the parade. There'll be vendors in the upper park so that the parade goers can come early, grab some food and stuff like that, grab their seats and hang out and watch the parade. The parade is a fantastic thing,
Right.
but it's, a lot of people, and I hear this a lot, it's like a competition, and
Yeah.
it isn't.
because you guys are working together.
Right,
Right.
what you don't
Right.
realize is
Yeah.
we're
Exactly.
working in conjunction with everybody. We work with Parks and Recreation, we work with the Parade Committee. There's the new Main Street Steering Committee that I'm sure some of you heard a little bit of buzz about.
Right.
We're partnering with them. We're working with these people to build our community up. It's not a competition. We're not working against one another to try to one up
Yeah.
everybody. We're all, believe it or not, behind the scenes, we're all working together.
Well, that's how it should be.
It is.
Right.
You know,
It is.
Yeah.
you shouldn't try to, you know,
Right.
rip each other apart.
But and you're right. So the toughest thing is you hear people. So you hear people on the parade side of it going, "Oh man, that's terrible. You're doing it on the same day as our beloved parade." And then you hear Rocktoberfest goers going, "Oh my God, well how could they be having the parade at the same time Rocktoberfest? Can't they move the parade?" It's like no, we're working together. We're gonna
Exactly.
we're gonna blow it up. I mean
Right.
we're gonna make sure we have something. Believe it or not, now we have something for everybody.
well,
You
see,
really do.
what I think is going to happen is people are already going to be out. They're going to be out for the
Right.
parade. So you know what? Let's just go check this out.
You got it.
Why
And you're
wouldn't
gonna
you?
hear some music.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing. It really is. Working together, partnering with our local organizations to really, and everybody has the same common goal.
Yep.
Build the community spirit. And again, I go back to, we get it all over the place. It's like, why are you competing? Why are you competing? It's because you don't know the backstory.
Right.
Because you're not
exactly.
competing.
We're really not.
Yeah.
It is
behind the s-
possible to work together.
It
I mean,
absolutely
yeah.
is. And what a lot of people don't realize is we actually are.
Right.
And it's great.
Yeah, we're not competing, but we are better. That's that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And to be honest, and we put on a Rocktoberfest, and I gotta tell you, for the last couple of years, we put on a hell of a show. We try to give as many aspects of a great event goer's
Yeah.
experience. There's so much. There's stuff.
Took a while for that.
It
one.
did. It's a big word. It's like what, 4 syllables?
Yeah, you're
Wow,
normally
you
used to
learned
it too. Yeah.
We
I'm
studied
used to
that
too.
one over tonight.
Yeah.
I had to-
It's a- and
I usually
it's-
spell it in my head first,
Yeah.
so I can figure out how
I
many
saw
syllables
a
it has.
wheel turning.
Yeah.
There's just nothing coming out.
So it's like we have stuff for little kids. There's rides, and then there's food, Trent, and then there's beer
And Trent.
Trent.
and Trent,
Trent.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
so-
there's games,
And Trent.
Trent,
Yeah.
small children,
Trent.
Trent.
All right. There's just certain things that my name should not be, associated with.
But all in all, I mean, it's a great family day. You're going to be able to take your kids to the parade, and really, and it looks like, knock on wood, looks like the weather's really going to be in our best favor.
Yeah, it does look good.
It used to be an interesting thing. Every time we would talk about the LDI having an event, you'd be like, okay, it's going to rain. Just so you know, it's going to rain.
It's gonna rain.
Yeah, if the LDI is having an event, it's going to rain that day. And we're finally getting out from underneath that cloud.
So Keith, were you at Rocktoberfest ever?
No, I haven't. I haven't. been
Okay.
there.
So I was there last year. I took a few pictures for them, just for free, really, and because he's cheap. Anyway,
It's a non-profit organization. Did I mention that it was a non-profit
Non-profit.
organization?
I'm not. No. I'm just joking. So anyway, it is a really nice place to go. There was a lot of people that I know that I seen, and I think the problem was a lot of people. I think the weather's what stopped them last year.
It does.
You got a lot of people who didn't want to go because of the weather, and that was
Yeah.
disappointing because
Yeah.
there were people that were supposed to show up with classic cars and didn't
Yeah.
because
Right.
of the weather and stuff like that. And for some of us, that's the only reason why we go.
Right.
Not everybody.
Not
But-
everybody.
but,
And you
you
know
know,
what?
the classic
An
cars is the
interesting thing
reason.
I will mention, I'm glad you brought that up, is the Shriners are running a car show this year for us.
Oh, nice.
So they'll be doing a car show both Saturday and Sunday, both days. And I'll tell you, they're going to knock it out of the park. That's one of the elements that they do, along with such great things that the Shriners do. They do a car show well. They absolutely do, and they're bringing their car show at our event, and they're going to take care of everybody. And yeah, you're right. I mean, hopefully the weather, hopefully plays a good
I was gonna say
good part in
because
it for us.
The weatherman is the only thing that you could get wrong all the time and still have your job.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, you
100% of the time.
Right.
So it could change tomorrow,
yeah,
and then there you are. You're screwed out.
absolutely.
Of,
And that's the thing, and if you listen to Jerry McElward, who runs the Lehighton Outdoor Center, he tells you you're not fighting the weather, you're fighting the forecast.
Exactly. Right.
yeah.
Because people will say, oh, it looks like it's they're calling for rain tomorrow. so we're not going to plan anything.
You
But
can't
then
go
tomorrow
back.
comes and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, it's not raining now. Well, it might rain later.
Right.
It might rain later. So let's hold off here. We're not going to go anywhere
You know,
just in case it's going to rain.
especially now, like this month, why do we have an 85-degree day in October? Can someone tell me that? Because I don't know what's going on, but Mother Nature has to figure her shit out because this is getting
Global
ridiculous.
warming.
Global warming.
You stop it. No political stuff.
My
here.
theory is that the seasons are just moving.
Right.
Because you notice the summer is kind of going a little bit longer. It's going farther into August, and then it's beginning to stay nicer through fall. So it's like when I was a kid, which was I realized it was a while
Dinosaurs
ago.
were
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta remember, I am the youngest one here. So
Right. So I
Right.
rode a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So
Was Fred your best friend?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Barney
okay.
was more sensitive. So Barney was more
I got
my kind of
it.
guy. He was
Yeah,
an
yeah.
easier guy to talk to. Fred just yelled a lot.
Oh,
But,
you jerk.
Yeah, right. So it's like when I was a kid, we used to go hunting. My dad and I used to go hunting, and it was always snow in
Right.
November. Always snow in November.
Yeah.
You could count on it.
Yep.
Like the Monday after Thanksgiving, snow,
Gonna snow.
snow
yeah.
on the ground, snow on the ground.
Exactly. Yep.
Now it's like December 25th, Christmas. We're wearing shorts.
Oh yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
get like our worst or that sort of catastrophic snowstorm till virtually January.
And you go down to Florida, they're wearing hoodies. We're calling them weirdos.
Yeah,
All
right.
right. Yeah.
You know, and then so it's like then the winter is kind of lasting longer. So it's like March, historically years ago we would be out of the bad weather.
Right.
Now March, early April, it's like my God, it's freaking freezing. It's like, are you kidding me? We're bundled up in like cocoons in March and April, and it's moving. The
Yeah, it
season
is.
is just moving. It's this. We're getting the same bad weather.
Mhm.
We're getting the same nice weather. We're just changing.
But this
Time frame.
happens all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what people don't realize is the fact that, we had the dinosaur age, it was hot. Then we had the ice age. Listen, I'm not a historian, so I don't know which one came first. Don't.
The chicken or the egg.
Yeah, don't come at me on social media. I don't need that right now. But all I'm saying is, it always changes, and
Yeah.
people always forget, and they just want to blame it on something else that they really have no idea about. You
absolutely.
just it just changes.
No,
That's
it
the
does.
world.
No,
I
you're
don't know
right.
why we just can't, relax and go with the flow.
It's like gas prices. You can complain about it all you want,
Hey,
but you know what you're going to do?
You're still gonna pay.
You're going to complain right up until you pull up to the gas pump.
No, you're gonna be complaining while you're doing it. You know what? I'm not doing
You
this
know?
again. This is
You know,
awful. I hate.
Like, you know
this.
what? You don't get up in the morning and go, you know what? That's it. I am not paying $4 a gallon for gas. Nope, just not having it. I'm going to stay home, and I'm not doing it.
And call your boss and tell him that. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
well-
call the mortgage company, tell them, I'm done paying $4 a gallon for gas, so I'm not going to be sending you a check this month.
Tomorrow, Ryan, you're gonna see me come into work with a bike.
With a bicycle.
Yeah.
And,
So,
and I think I know about how long it takes you to get to
I
work.
think it's like 8 hours. Well,
So-
it's an hour.
So
drive.
normally it takes you an hour with a car, with a
Yeah.
vehicle, with a standard vehicle going around, 85 miles an hour on 209. So if there's any police listening,
Yeah.
Trent Dreyer, I believe, drives a blue Chevy Malibu, I believe.
So
And
you want
he
to
is-
give?
and he is
my
typically-
license plates number 2? Or?
Well, I figured you would give that away for me, but he is typically going pretty fast on 209 heading up towards Stroudsburg. But anyway,
Oh, thanks. Next thing I know, I'm gonna have a police officer follow me to work tomorrow.
so I can imagine if he decided, Mom, I'm going to work tomorrow, I'm taking the bicycle. And his mom would be telling him,
Hey, it's an
you better leave now.
It's an expensive one. All right.
You better leave now.
It's somewhere around like $1,000. Those bikes ride up.
Well, no, that's because you get 6 wheels on it with all the training wheels.
Yeah. Well, that's why I need anymore. Because if I don't, I'm gonna fall off.
Wow.
So, did you want to say the bands that you had coming? for
I
Oktoberfest?
could. I could absolutely name the band. So we're beginning the day with the Senile Delinquents, not to be confused with Trent Dreyer and Associates.
Yeah.
Then we have it is the Left Edge. They've been a great partner of ours the last couple of years, and Eric Simler, the keyboard player in that band, he does a lot at the Farmers Market for us too as well. And then we have Side Effects, fantastic local band. They've been playing forever and ever. And we end the night with Blunt. Blunt has been a great partner of ours. They were probably one of the first bands to when I made the phone call to say, hey, we're trying to put on this thing we call Rocktoberfest, and you know, we want to put bands in the amphitheater, and we want to, you know, really rock it up.
Right.
And he was like, absolutely, we'll do it. And so the, you know, the big thing is usually it's, well, you know, how much are you gonna need, because, you know, we're a nonprofit and we're on a shoestring budget. And he's like, nah, don't even worry about it.
I was gonna say, just
Don't even worry about it.
a
We're
lot of
coming
them-
out and we're gonna rock the place, and
A lot of them give them a case
Yeah.
of beer, they're good.
and they're great, and they're great guys. Chris Wentz and those guys, I'll tell you what, they rock out. They do a hell of a job, and they don't ask for anything but beer.
Well, yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
Beer.
I asked for it.
Yeah. Well, you asked for beer. So
I was gonna
Sunday we begin the
Hey,
day
Doc, I need
with
another one.
Sunday we begin the day with Vagabond. That's a high school rock band.
Okay.
And we like to try to really promote them. Again, it's a community thing,
Right.
you know, high school students. And then we have the Mud Flaps, which they're a pretty well-known act. They play Penn's Peak all the time. They're pretty much everywhere. I mean, everybody's heard of the Mud
Yeah.
Flaps.
I know.
And then that's because you're.
I live in a cave.
You live in a cave, for
Yeah,
sure.
you're too young then.
But
I
then
know.
we end our illustrious event with Jean and the American Dream, and I'll tell you what, she has like a rock solid, fantastic voice, and she belts out some classic hits, and I'll tell you what, great band. They are super
That's
super
awesome.
tight, and again, they were one of the first ones as well to sign up and say, yeah, we want to be there, we want to try to help out your event, and it's great, it really is.
So, Keith, are you going this year then? Or are you
Yeah,
just gonna talk about it?
I'm gonna stop by and check it out.
Alright.
And remember, it's a free community event, so you actually don't have to bring any money. There's no admission.
Yeah.
Just come down and hang out. I mean, there'll be plenty of free things to do and to check out. You know, it doesn't cost anything to walk through the parks. And, you know, face it, we need to really accentuate the two, you know, our most beautiful accents in the park, are our parks in our town.
Right.
The upper and lower parks, you know, we spend a lot of time and a lot of money. And our parks are beautiful.
We gotta do
Yeah.
that more as a community, that's the biggest thing.
We do.
A lot of people take advantage of it. You know, they don't realize how much we should.
Right, and I was really glad to see, and I gotta give major props out to our power and light department, for Lonnie and the guys for listening to the public and leaving the fountain open for homecoming.
Oh, there you go.
And I'll tell you what, we went down there, for Lee Heighton's homecoming, and I'll tell you what, there were droves of families down there getting pictures taken at the fountain.
That's
awesome.
good.
And it was such a great feeling as a councilman to say, oh, that is what we're looking for. That's exactly what we want to do. You know, that's what we're here to do. So major props for leaving the fountain open and, you know, giving our youth a great opportunity, a great picture opportunity down there.
That's
So it was
awesome.
really, really cool.
That's great.
So
So Keith, what do you wanna go in next? Any Halloween things you wanna go through?
Actually, we're gonna take a short break for
Alright.
those that are listening on the Colosso app. So we'll be right back.
how was it?
That was awful.
Nice.
There's still people watching, so it's not
Is there
that
really?
bad.
Yeah,
People are watching us?
they're watching you.
Commercials.
Huh?
Good job. You got
Look at
How
you.
we doing, Doc?
They good or what? Anybody need another beer? I'm the bartender.
Yeah, I'll take another one. I'm in.
Yeah, we hired
You
Doc.
didn't hear me on air? I said, yo, Doc, I need another one.
We hired Doc tonight. He's
We commandeered the Doc.
yeah.
You know what? Keep it on my tab.
Do we actually have listeners? Do we actually have people watching? And
You have a lot of people watching.
Do we
I'm
really?
just a bartender, man. That's all I am, man.
Bartender, I did it. Really did it this time.
How we doing, Keith?
Roll
Good?
it up,
Yeah.
Good time.
That's
You didn't break anything yet, did you?
Oh, we got one more commercial to play. Did we do those yet?
Except the one you gotta click the.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
That's all right. We gotta watch these and then when that, look, they got it going on. It's just this thing. And this thing screws me up too. So you
we have to pay the bills. So
Yeah. You gotta watch that, and you can always turn this up.
Okay.
You can hear, things in the background. Actually, we can turn these mics down because that way then, when they're on, then everybody hears everything else going on over here.
Alright.
So you gotta make sure they're off when we do the commercials.
What do I do with my
So that'll count down a lot. Just leave it next one.
remember, we're on Facebook.
That gets a zero, then hit that one.
Oh, I can't wait to see the
And then
comments.
after you hit
That guy
one,
looks
after
like
you
an
hit that one,
alcoholic. Well, this is here.
scroll up, And now you're
I
next
might
week.
be.
But I heard the liner go, I heard the liner go, but it won't go by.
How does it sound? It'll be good?
Yeah, it really sounds good. I mean, there's gonna be a couple, I mean, the whole Facebook Live thing, the whole banter is awesome. You know, it's just this one Keith's gotta get used to with.
So what he's saying is
So
better
that's
to
what
be
we
done.
done, like in our.
I mean,
What we wanna do is, we don't want dead air.
That gets zero.
Yeah.
So we don't want any dead spots, we don't want dead air.
that's
Keep
what,
going back.
that's what I'm trying to pick
Yep.
up.
Yeah, pick up.
Because Keith is so busy with doing his job over there.
Push a button, push a button.
At their new location, 160 South
So
Second
we go into
Street,
that
in
50
Heighton.
break now.
RFO offers you their fuel delivery, heating and air conditioning services for your home business. And prices
So-
tailored
Listen
to
here,
your
baby.
local needs.
16
We'll get
seconds,
in there.
you might say
We'll
we're
get in
back.
We'll get there.
We'll get in there.
I know. It's good. It's really good. It's good. Keith, you know what you're doing?
Alright, we're back. I broke
So-
it already.
So I think we should start with, after the break, after this last break, that we should start with you talking about where this all started from and how this became a thing, the podcast.
Sure, the podcast started by accident, I guess you can say. I had
Sounds
this
like me.
crazy idea 2 years ago to start this Paisley Heighton magazine to share events and share the positive things that are going on in town. And the doc has been using the site on his shows, and this about a couple months ago I just put it out there on the Lehigh magazine page about what do you think about having a podcast, just putting it out there, and there was a response that people liked it. And then Doc called me up and offered the studio to do a podcast, and I figured if I was going down I'm gonna take somebody with me, so I picked Trent to be my
Well,
co-host.
see, now my question
Couldn't have
is,
asked for a better fall guy.
yeah, I was
you
just
know.
gonna say, but why me was the big question. I'm still trying to figure that out just now. He asked me, and of course I was skeptical because why would you want to talk to Keith, every Monday? So I decided it was a good thing for me because obviously I was a coach
Sure.
last year for basketball. A lot of people are starting to know who I am a little. Unfortunate for them. But I felt like this would be something fun to do, even though, like I said, I didn't want to see Keith every Monday. But
Yeah,
it's what
yeah.
you can do what you gotta do. Right?
And the
It's
good thing
sacrifice.
is you're a sports nut.
Yeah.
So he's an absolute sports nut. So it works good. Now some is fact, some is fiction. So you got to kind of
Coming
fill in
from
the-
a Cowboys fan that
Well,
still lives in
yeah,
1996.
Cowboys, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
You know,
right.
Yeah.
I'm still wishing Romo was quarterback, but we can't always get what we want.
No, but you can try sometimes.
But you can say, yeah, it could be worse. It could be an Eagles fan.
Well,
I mean,
right.
or
take
you
that
could,
into consideration.
but you could be a
Yeah, right.
Redskins fan if you won a 5.
Hey, we won a game.
It was against
that's the
Miami.
thing. Well, the thing of it
Against
is-
Miami. You were playing. It was the trash bowl. And look at me. I
Somebody
got
had
so
to
riled
win.
up. I didn't know what beer was mine. But
But you know what? You're at least, I got to give you credit. You came away with a W.
Right.
And you know what? And I know you coached little kids basketball.
yeah.
Some games good, some games really not so good.
Yeah,
But
but what I'm
a
saying.
W's a W.
But what I'm saying.
Right?
Is
A
the
W is a
yeah,
W.
But what I'm saying is the Redskins and the Dolphins are literally a JV high school team.
I agree. Absolutely.
So Keith and I actually met each other. Oh my God, what was it? 8 years ago now, maybe longer.
Longer than that.
He was actually a Boy Scout leader where
Right.
I went.
Nice.
Troop 187.
Right.
You were a troop leader.
Yeah.
And what was it?
Fantastic, that's
Matthews Church? Am I wrong?
St. Matthew's Church, right?
Man, I'm good.
Wow,
I
you're
don't know
nailing
what
them
to
tonight.
tell you.
That's because it's up
You're
on the
nailing
wall.
them.
That's it. I'm
That's
going
because
home,
you're reading
guys.
it off the wall.
See you later.
He wrote that all down.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I wrote that all down. It's actually on my arms. I had to remember that.
Hypnosis.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good thing you don't have sweaty palms because the
Oh
the
yeah.
Sharpie comes off when you get a little sweaty.
Well, especially with this wonderful.
Cold ones.
This is no actually H2O.
H-
Don't let anybody else know that this is beer.
What
Sorry,
is
Mom.
what's your background, Keith?
My background is I've been in Boy Scouts for 30 plus years. I'm an Eagle Scout.
And that's
Graduated,
fantastic. That's
graduated from Lehighton in '98. Been working at the same job for 20 plus years. And then I created this site Lehigh Magazine, and here we are.
That's awesome. No, it's great. I mean, you guys, I think you guys have got a great, from what I see, sitting here as being an outsider, I think you guys got a great chemistry, and you both have a deep heritage,
Right.
you know, in the community, and I think that resonates well as you begin this journey and you know, bring future guests on and your commentary comes out. I think the residents, the longtime residents that will be able to listen to you guys will really get that.
And of course, we're gonna hit the old people because Keith is old, and
Well.
the young people as well, which is the
Right.
big thing. Because
So he's saying that although you guys are old, you're not quite as cool. Is that what he's saying?
Wow.
Is that what he's saying?
listen, I'm not saying I'm cool. All right.
Oh, because that's what I was.
That's what
I
he
thought I
was
was
saying.
reading that. Wasn't
No,
I?
no,
Are you
no.
getting that?
That's
I
what he
thought-
was getting at.
I thought he was getting
There
that.
is nothing cool about me, and all my friends can come out and tell you that. All right.
I might be older, but I'm wiser.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, I'm the beauty, you're the beast.
Nice. There you go. There you go. You got to remember that in your tagline. Then you know the beauty and the beast.
Yeah, but no.
No.
That doesn't sound right. It didn't sound right coming out. So, do you have Halloween things you want to go through then?
Yeah, we actually have, it is October, we did some searching.
I thought it was September.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no
Uh,
problem.
Did some searching on top, Halloween costumes for
Can I-
2018.
So, can we take some guesses here?
Sure, go ahead, I searched from two sites because they're totally different.
Well, of course.
One list is from Google.com and the other one's from Yahoo.com. And I will tell you, there's only one costume that they do agree on, the rest is all different.
So,
Wow.
So, is this adults and kids?
Yes, this is adults
Okay.
and.
Because if it's adults, I'm gonna. So if you go with couples,
Yeah.
like, because usually there's Halloween parties and you go with couples.
Is
like-
Bob Ross on there?
No, it's not.
One of the
damn
more
it.
one of the more popular as a couple is to go as a priest and a pregnant nun.
That didn't make the list.
But that was one of the greats.
But how did Bob Ross not make the list?
Yeah, Bob Ross, he's classic. He's
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah.
Literally just paint a little bush
I
right
mean,
here.
you know, there's probably if I'm gonna guess one, I would have to say you've got to have a ton of Michael Myers.
Right, that's one
I
of
mean-
them.
Michael Myers is on there?
Google has that one, Yahoo does not.
Wow,
Wow.
I would think that would be both of them. I mean, you guys are both.
It-
You know, we've all trick or treated.
Yeah, is
Right.
there is Jason on there though?
Jason's not on either.
Wow,
How is that?
neither.
That is not popular for 2019.
But how is that? I don't get it. How is it not?
I don't know what they're
Because I
about.
mean, just think about it. I just think when you're going anywhere, Jason, you know,
Oh,
the mask
absolutely.
is out there.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What is
Absolutely.
it? The clown on there?
It was #1 for Google.
Ah,
Boom, there it
you go.
is.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
we'll
it
take
is.
that. Yeah.
But, well, you gotta think what scary movies just came out recently.
Right, and that's another one.
Yeah.
That reminds me of one.
Right.
And Dylan, my younger son, who he went as this one
Oh,
for
you're
probably
putting him on
like
the air.
5 years. I think he went.
Sorry,
He
Dylan.
was the guy from the Scream.
Yes, that's on
Is
there.
he on there?
Is he on there?
He's on the
Nice.
Yahoo list.
There we
He's on
go.
the Yahoo list. Okay, so we're gonna take way too much time guessing because we're not gonna get all these.
Alright, so let's run them down.
Go ahead.
On Google, they have #1, It, Spider-Man, Chucky,
Spider-Man, Chucky,
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Why?
What exactly is a Fortnite?
So
It's
can,
off the video game.
no,
I guess.
listen. You don't even know what Fortnite is. You can't talk about
No,
it.
wait. I'm almost probably just as uneducated as Keith is on Fortnite. So what is now, Trent? Obviously, because of your defense mechanism we've seen just come up here.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you're very familiar with.
I played it on.
Fortnite.
I played on PlayStation. I'm not saying I'm
20
good at it.
hours and
So, yeah.
No,
in a
So
basement.
what is
A
a Fortnite? So if Keith and I went to,
Well, you know Dave's kid made that game, right?
yeah, we do know, yeah, we know that.
So we know.
So if Keith and I went to the Halloween store, and we went to somebody at the desk and said, "I want to be a Fortnite
Well, you don't go-
character,"
Right.
Yeah. All right.
what
well,
would we look like?
Yeah, what do we look like?
So there's a lot. You could come like with a camo boot, you know, like an army boots with camo, stuff like that. Or the best one right now is a pink bear with like a heart on it. And it's
I
like,
see Trent wearing that.
I can see that. Yeah.
well, I was actually
see
wearing it before I came here. But
I saw you take it off.
yeah, well, you know, Stacey was telling me I should have wore pink the whole time, and so I was wearing that. But I just didn't think it was right for the show. You know, you have to change it up.
The button down is
Yeah.
very becoming.
Well, you like the
I like
Bowie?
it. The Bowie.
Yeah,
The
you
Bowie
like the
rocks.
Bowie?
The Bowie rocks.
Yeah, exactly. See,
Yeah,
listen, I know I
Hey,
have
the Bowie
some good
rocks.
taste.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, keep going with the list before
Alright,
we get
and
way
the
off
the
here.
last one for Google is zombies. That was there for now.
Is that like so? That's like Night of the Living Dead type
Right,
thing, or
yeah, The
Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead,
That
yeah.
kind of thing. Okay.
Because that is big right now.
It is. Yeah, that's.
And
huge.
now from Yahoo, Pirates, Mermaid, The Joker, and here's
Oh, the Joker.
and here's where they agree: Spider-Man, and then Yahoo's last was Jedi. From the
Really?
Yeah.
Still.
A Jedi.
Jedi still popular.
I gotta tell you, there's probably been 45 years of Jedi's and Darth Vader's and probably not Darth Vader now, but
But have you
But
seen?
absolutely.
Have you seen any of the new ones? Have any of you guys seen the new Star Wars?
I refuse to.
I have, and the first couple were bad.
Yeah. See, I watched the
absolutely
first
refuse.
one, and I mean, the one where everyone dies. Was that Rogue One?
And they really should.
Right.
They really should.
Right.
So everyone dies. I'm like, all right, click. I'm done. Why should I watch? Like, everyone died. I'm done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, so out of all of those, it's a common theme that everything that's on those lists are still popular in 2019.
It's
Right?
actually
Just-
really, really cool that some of that stuff has really held up over the
Well,
years.
Michael Myers, what?
Michael
70s?
Myers, that's
Right.
I mean that's
Classic.
80s.
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe late 70s.
It could be. Somebody's gonna Google it, but I'd have to say it's.
Hey,
I-
Facebook, can you do us a favor?
Doesn't somebody have like Alexa or
If
Hello
anybody's
Google
still
or Hey
awake out
Google or
there.
something?
I'm not using my phone on the air.
I'm thinking. I mean, if I'm guessing, I'm saying it's probably 80s.
All right,
But
well,
I mean,
I'm
really,
just gonna
80s.
tell
It's
you
2019.
Right.
But
You know, for that character to really
but still,
come
Star
out with-
Wars is the 70s.
Yeah, Star Wars
Right.
absolutely the
Yeah.
70s.
And Spider-Man is easily.
It's a Marvel comic thing.
Yeah,
so
so
that's-
that went for a long time. But all those things had a movie that came out in 2018 or 19. If you look at it.
like a
So-
reboot kind
Yeah,
of
like
thing.
a
or
reboot.
sequel
Because
or
Michael
prequel.
Myers last year,
Right, right.
the Howie.
Which, by the
movie.
way, it was a great movie.
It was a
that
great
was
movie.
a great. That I did see that. I mean, some of the newer installments of that series.
All right, we have somebody here that said late 70s.
Fantastic. Thank you. Nice.
Eat it.
Nice going. Nice going.
Thank you,
Put that
Bambi,
down.
for that.
Thank you, Bambi. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for making me a winner.
So,
All right,
let's not let that happen again.
should we take a look at the top candy for 2019?
Can I take a guess for that?
Are you gonna go with candy corn again?
No, I don't even like.
Oh,
Who
bad.
made that? Like,
Bad. That's not even a real thing.
But isn't it, but there's also like those candy pumpkins. Remember those?
Yeah, yeah.
Those are awful.
Yeah, they taste just as bad as the
Yeah,
candy
but everyone
corn.
forgets
Yeah.
about them.
They do.
So I
So
would
top
probably
candy?
go. Is Skittles on there?
Yes,
Skittles.
is
M&M's. M&M's is definitely on there.
No, M&M's is not on there.
Wow.
Sweet tarts.
No sweet tarts.
All right, Snickers bars.
Snickers is
Snickers.
on there.
Hershey bar.
No Hershey.
Oh,
no.
but that's only
Hershey.
PA though.
No, oh.
Well, not really.
Yeah,
only
but I don't know.
PA,
Hershey's,
but,
Hershey's
yeah.
nationwide. That's a big thing.
But you know
That's
what
a
I
big
mean? Like, I feel like when I went to Florida, I didn't see a lot of people. Oh, let's get a Hershey bar.
Oh, how about the least favorite that everybody got years ago? The popcorn ball.
Oh, yes.
Nobody ate that
No,
damn
it's
thing.
Right in the garbage.
Is
Right
that
in the
on-
garbage.
Is that on
Right
there,
in the
though?
garbage.
That can't be on there.
No, it's not on there.
But everybody gave that. Everybody gave that.
What about Mr. Goodbar?
That's one of my favorites.
No, that's not on there.
That's a good one. Really?
I
It's
was,
not on
really,
there?
I was really surprised about
Is
this one.
Twizzlers on there?
No, it's not. It's
Big
not in the top.
Really?
It's not in the top 5. I only it
Top
only
five?
list-
Okay.
Yeah, it only listed the top 5.
Babe Ruth.
Hmm.
No.
Whatchamacallit?
No,
I don't know,
that's
what do you
definitely
call it?
not on there.
No, what do you call it?
That's
Who's on
definitely-
first?
So Snickers is on there,
Snickers is
and you
on
said
there.
Skittles. Skittles
So we
was
got
on there.
two.
Wow, 2 out of 5. We suck.
Skittles is number 2 and Snickers is number 4.
I'm the only one that ate the popcorn.
So you were the
I
guy.
ate the popcorn. I didn't steal them. I ate the popcorn.
So guys, I just want you to know that Doc was the one going through the dumpster.
I'm dumpster diving
So
for
like when
popcorn.
everybody got together and everybody poured their candy out on the floor and sifted through it.
Yeah.
And you do your trades.
Right.
Everybody does their trades. Doc was running away with 6 popcorn
He
balls.
gave the whole bag of candy for the
Yeah,
popcorn
for
ball.
popcorn balls. I did.
He was the guy. What you were embarrassed. He's like, I don't want this. So you throw it away.
All right, I'll just
Normally,
take
you
these right to the garbage.
Yeah.
I'm going out in the kitchen anyway. If nobody wants those, I'll just take them with me.
Exactly. So.
I wonder if can we get one more at least?
Oh, probably not. We're awful.
So Skittles is number 2, Snickers is number 4.
I just
Oh my
want you to
God,
know-
we didn't even get number 1.
No, you didn't.
I just
get
want you to know I'm still better than you.
Well,
I just want everybody to hear that.
well, if I
I'm
come up
better
with the
than
number 1 here, which
Well,
I'm
you're not
struggling,
going
I'm
to.
really struggling. Uh,
you. So you said no to
Fish.
M&Ms.
Swedish fish.
Ooh.
No, it's the Swedish.
How about
Fish.
Sour Patch Kids?
No, it's nothing sour.
Nothing sour?
It's all chocolate.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's
all
chocolate. Okay.
chocolate.
So we got the only sugar one.
Oh, Tootsie Rolls.
No.
How is that possible?
Reese's.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
That was number 3.
Boom.
Good one. Good
Yeah.
one. Nice.
So
You need number 1 and 5.
Damn. What are we missing? What are we missing?
Twix.
Number 5 is not a chocolate. I'll give you that.
Well, then why are you lying to it? You just said every
So,
other one
no.
was chocolate.
Okay, so
Why are you fibbing?
Well, it'll be chocolate if your mouth's already full of chocolate.
if it's still full from the bag.
Well, no. You ever have like ice cream and have a cold water with
Halloween is the one where we get caramel apples. We get those candy apples and
Yes.
stuff. We get candy
you? No,
apples.
that's Christmas.
Was that Christmas you got those?
Yeah.
That's because they were hard and nobody ate them by then. That's why they were wrapped up for you for Christmas.
Exactly. You just want to give it to us. We're not going to get this.
Yeah, we saw.
All right, number 1 was Milky Way. Number 2 was Skittles.
Yeah.
Number 3, Peanut Butter Cup. Number 4, Snickers, and number 5, Starburst.
Starburst.
Oh, what are the ones that look like Starburst but they're like the cheap version?
Taffy.
No.
No, Narrow-Laters.
Yeah.
No,
And they're
those are
better.
awful.
Those are
What?
harder.
Oh
No,
my God,
those
they're
are
awful.
better than Starburst.
Those are good for dentists. My God, those things are horrible.
But they're good.
But I can't believe Tootsie Roll didn't make it on.
You
this.
know which
Tootsie
one?
Roll did not.
Really, think about it. You ever go to parades?
Yeah.
What's the predominant candy
That and Jolly Ranchers.
right? With the
Yeah,
predominant
right,
candy
yeah.
that parade
Well-
floats throw.
Right.
Well,
Tootsie Roll.
because if you get hit in the head with a Snickers, you might be out for about 3 weeks.
Right.
It's very possible.
But it
you
was
know.
easy to throw a handful of Tootsie Rolls.
Right.
You know, and
Here we are at the scene of the parade where a kid lost an eye from a Tootsie Roll.
and the only witness is a man with a bunch of popcorn balls in his mouth who can't say anything because his teeth are glued together.
There's Doc just sitting there. All right. Well, moving on.
All right.
Do you have trivia for us?
All right, trivia. Well, first, let's go over some podcast facts because I know a lot of people are questioning what is a podcast, and it's
Well, it's where people talk, right?
right. It's where people talk instead of you reading. It's like one of those automated books where you listen to it rather than reading it. So
Doesn't that make everybody fall asleep? Like an audible book? Isn't it nice to just?
we're more exciting than
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I
There were
wouldn't
three of
go
them.
that
They
far.
went into the
All right, so a
news.
podcast is basically we're telling the story and talking about whatever we want. So facts are there are 700,000 active podcasts worldwide in 100 different languages. So
Wow.
it is popular, but blogs, there's actually more blogs than podcasts actually.
So
Wow.
can we all take about a week, learn a new language, and just start talking in that for the next podcast?
It's going to take longer than a week.
Listen, don't tell me the facts. I'm just telling you what we should do. Doesn't mean you have to come at me like that. Jeez. I feel attacked.
The
Huh?
average, here, do you want to take a guess at this? The average age group to listen to a podcast.
Would it be
I-
25 to 35?
It's higher than that.
Really? Wow.
So
It's lower, but it's higher.
wow.
So you're saying it's lower than where he started, but higher. So,
So, so it's 30.
I would say
30 to 40.
I would go probably 20 to 50.
It's 15 to 54.
Wow.
I was closer.
What a range.
Keep giving me other wins. That's mine.
75% of podcast listeners are more aware of new products and more aware of things that are going on rather
Wow.
than watching TV.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't watch the news. I think the last time I watched the news at all was probably when the presidency was going on.
Right. And I can be honest with you, for, at least for my family, there's a lot of times our TV goes days without being turned on.
Yeah.
And
so,
it's like, you know, we're in a society where we're glued to our cell phones.
Yeah.
And
You
yeah,
follow
if you
news
can log
from
on to a podcast via your cell phone,
I listen to Dale Jr. Download all the time.
Dirty Mo.
Yeah, Dirty Mo.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite podcasts. So
Right.
I know
mean, I could see
Joe
that.
Rogan has one. I know he gets a
Well,
lot of followers. I know
He's good. Have you
He's
listened
got
to
a
him?
lot. I've heard a couple things from him, and he gets a lot of really interesting people on. So it's
He does, and
podcast is a great experience. It really is.
It
It's,
is.
it can go a long way, and that's the biggest thing where every podcast has something different.
Well, the greatest thing about it is it's not scripted.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the news. You watch the news. They're watching a teleprompter. You know,
Losers.
they're reading
Right.
what they're told to read.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, as a podcast, you know, you're just
Well, see-
spitballing. You're taking bullet points of topics and
Well, here's the thing.
rolling with it.
I don't know how to read,
Well,
so doing the whole news thing ain't gonna
you
work
were
for me.
homeschooled, weren't you?
Oh, for the last year.
I'm
Listen, I just
noticing there's a trend there with homeschool.
Listen, I just want everybody to know for homeschool, my graduation was free and so was the food. Beat that. At Penn's Peak with a DJ.
Nice.
So,
And all 12 of your friends were there.
actually, 13, but thanks.
But no, wait a minute. Do we count cousins as friends?
Well, no, if we're counting family.
No, wait a minute. Are cousins counted as friends?
It depends.
Okay, so if we don't count
Is it my
cousins
fifth?
as friends, then there was like 3 people there.
Well, I was going to say, if you're just going to count family in general, there's probably only one. Because, you know, my mom, biggest fan. Woo!
Absolutely.
So, she brought the whole family.
She'll bring everybody.
Damn right she did.
All right. Want to get into some Halloween trivia?
Oh.
Here we go.
Do you have the answers?
I have the answers.
All right,
And
let's
just
go.
so you know, Trent, he gave me the answers earlier.
You know, I don't find that true since you just shook his hand about 30 minutes ago and said, "Hi, I'm Ryan." So I don't
It's
think
all a
that's true.
ploy.
It's
we
good,
actually
though.
know each other. No.
Oh no. Alright, well, like that SpongeBob meme, I'm gonna head out. Just gonna get out of here.
All right, here we go. The first jack-o'-lanterns were made out of what?
Wood.
Watermelons, cantaloupes, turnips, or pumpkins? The first jack-o'-lantern was made out of what?
I'm going to get, well, I mean,
Can I go watermelon?
I was going to say watermelon.
Turnips.
Turnips.
Wow. So what losers
Wow.
were doing that back in the day?
The dog while I was eating the
Doc with the popcorn balls.
Yeah, what a
He
loser.
needed something to do while he's trying to get that popcorn bowl down.
According to superstition, if you stare into a mirror at midnight on Halloween, who would you see?
Do we get?
Oh, that was, no wait.
Yeah, but
No,
do,
wait.
do we get like?
Was that the Bloody Mary thing? Was that Mary?
No.
Bloody
This
Mary? Hold on.
No, it's not that, Ryan. Stop telling me to hold on when you're wrong.
It's right.
No, that's wrong.
Dead ancestors, your death, your future spouse, or Bloody Mary?
It is A. Give me it.
It's your future spouse.
Oh, so you're wrong too, so I don't even want to hear it. You're over there, no, it's Bloody Mary, I'm right.
That's what everybody used to say.
Where did Halloween originate? England, America, Scotland, or Ireland?
I'm gonna go with Scotland.
Actually, I was actually going to say Scotland, but I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say Europe.
Ireland.
Damn
We suck.
it. Yeah. Hey, I had at least, one of the colors in the flag, so.
Yeah, yours ended in land, so you get it, right?
Yeah, that's how that goes. Chalk that up for me.
All right,
Boom, let's go.
The average American household spends how much on Halloween candy each year?
Oh.
It's $28, $35, $44, or $52.
I feel like 52 is an odd number.
It is, but I'm going to go with that one.
That's what I was gonna go with.
Yeah.
Can I go with the same one?
If you want to.
And we'd still be wrong.
I'm getting something in my ear. I'm hearing 44 for some reason.
44 is the correct answer.
Wow, how did I get that? Listen, there was no one telling me the answer. I'm just that good. I don't know where that came from.
What was the first wrapped penny candy in America? Nico wafers, Tootsie Rolls, Sweethearts, or Hershey Kisses?
If my somebody could tell me what that was.
Wait a minute, is she over there giving answers? Is Doc over there with a pen and writing stuff down?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. No, Send me a screenshot on my phone. I want to see it.
Oh wait, I just got a text.
Yeah.
Oh, my
listen,
mom
guys.
is texting. Hold
Yeah,
on a
she just
minute.
got back from the airport.
What are our choices?
Nico wafers, Tootsie Rolls, Sweethearts, or Hershey Kisses? Which was the first wrapped penny candy in America?
I'm just gonna go with a personal favorite. So whether it's right or wrong, I'm gonna go with a personal favorite. And I'm gonna say Tootsie Roll.
I'm gonna go Hershey Kisses. I know that's wrong.
Tootsie Rolls is the answer.
So you got one right out of like 30.
So yeah, so don't worry. And mine was given to me.
Which day of the year has the highest candy sales? October 28th, 29th, 30th, or 31st?
31st, I feel like. I'm gonna go 31st. I'm locking it in.
I'm gonna lock into 28.
28 is correct answer.
I am the.
You are
weakest
the
link.
last minute loser.
I
You're
am the
going
weakest
like
link.
on. Oh my God! Tonight's Halloween. Holy shit! I gotta go get candy.
Well, yeah, because nobody's on sale.
I got kids. So it's like I better have candy for kids.
And the 30th is trick or treat in Lehigh, so you'll be late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm buying it for myself. Why the
Which
hell
means
would I-
he's buying you half off at Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm buying those popcorn freaking balls because I know Doc needs some.
Alright, one more and then we'll go to a break. Of the $1.9 billion in candy sales, how much of it is from chocolate candy? 1 billion, 1.2 billion, 1.5 billion, or 1.7 billion?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I just totally not listened to what you were saying, so
I
I'm
wasn't
gonna,
listening either.
yeah, I'm gonna go A.
I'm gonna go 1.5.
1.2,
Oh wow.
What the hell did I pick?
1 billion.
Oh, okay.
He picked 4 billion out of a possible 3 billion.
I did tell everybody beforehand I was not listening to
You were
that
not.
question.
So Trent was the guy doing the Keystone, or we used to have PSSAs just go C, C, C.
I made pictures
C,
out of his
C,
answer.
yeah.
Yeah, I had
Make a
a
little
real
pop
nice
dance.
looking face on mine. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go to a short break and we'll be right back.
Nice.
To get the ultimate wash
Oh.
and dry treatment.
So you want to go
Ooh, that
right
sounds
into?
nice.
When that comes
What
out,
is it?
play those other two, whatever. You can be waxed like you've
Is
never
it?
been waxed
What is
before.
it?
You can get
What's
washed
really good?
and cleaned up, and you're all done.
Well, I just wanted to hear it.
Say that one more time.
Hold on, Dom.
Is it alright for the first time out? I'm fine to be behind the
You a
scenes.
funny one.
See?
Hold up, we're talking about
So,
a car
These
wash.
white jobs get sick of seeing
Okay,
the car.
we have.
Right on
We only have
143
probably about
in Highton,
9,
just
10
minutes from
minutes,
the
so
Carbon Plaza Mall.
do you wanna
There's
do-
a
go right into
full-service
sports as soon as we get
automatic
out?
car wash.
Sure.
It's the best in the
Alright.
area. They also have 3 self-serve
circle
bays,
around and
5
make sure you
vacuums
yell,
that
yell,
really suck, and they do
circle around
incredible
and
detailing on
make
any
Yeah,
vehicle.
we're only gonna. There's only a few sports that we're gonna speak out and then we can get
And
right back
give the
into.
gift of a clean vehicle too.
Ryan about
Gift
Rocktoberfest.
certificates available. So take it from me, Ebadiah D. Junker,
And me, Libby B. Van.
and head to Fetter's Car Wash, Lehighton.
Are you ready? Let's talk graphics. Like custom logo design and license plates. Business signage and banners. There's only one to remember.
How we doing,
Front-line
Doc?
Graphics from Just Ford. You need vehicle graphics and lettering. Business cards.
So what you're
Really?
saying? So what you're saying is we're not the biggest disappointment in this studio. It's you.
I don't know. No, wait a minute. Are you guys hearing when I'm here? I'm thinking it's the guest.
Alright, so nobody listened to Ryan. Everything he said is fake, false, he's a liar.
Touch can be found in everything he does.
I can't get myself situated in this seat. I think I moved about 20 times.
I'm
I'm over here. I got the worst wedgie known to man. Several known to monkeys.
Make sure to find him on Facebook.
Jeez.
We back on?
Alright, we're back here at Lehigh Magazine Podcast, Episode 1. Those of you that are still awake, thanks for listening the whole time.
Wait, who goes to bed this early?
Maybe we were that boring that we put them to sleep.
You know, I could
So
believe
people
that.
are actually logging off as we were listening. As they're
Yeah.
listening.
I would believe that. So let's go right into sports, Keith.
Yeah, sports.
I know you post the football games every week, which is awesome. I know people really enjoy that, and you also post other sports that happen.
Right.
So Lehighton, were they at home? I believe,
Yes.
right? They were at home, got shellacked by Tamapa. What was it, 62-6?
Yeah, Tamaka was a very tough team.
They
this year.
are. They're really good.
They're really strong
So-
this year.
If my notes are right, because they're probably not. Lehighton is 3-5 right now, and they're going to Schuylkill? Was it North Schuylkill? Yeah, North Schuylkill. They're 7-1. They're leading the whole thing right
Right.
now. So they're gonna go against them. I'm just gonna say I think we're gonna. Unfortunately, I think Lehighton's gonna lose.
I'd have to agree. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think this is definitely a growth year for the team. It really is.
Yeah.
Everyone's young.
No, and they are. You're 100% right. It's a young team.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of talent there. Don't get me wrong. There's an absolute lot of talent there, but
It comes
there's
with
a-
time.
But there's a lot of immaturity. Because
So
you need to learn that as time goes on.
So Jim Thorpe is going to be playing Tamaqua at Tamaqua. They're 6-2, both of them actually. So this is, I believe, they're going to both going to make districts. If
Yeah,
I'm wrong,
this-
I could be wrong.
That game is going to be a firecracker.
Yeah, I actually want to go to that.
Absolutely, that will be a really, really good game.
So Jim Thorpe actually lost to Pottsville 32-36. That was a strong showing. Pottsville is a hard team to play. Especially if you're going there, that's tough. Were you guys ever at the Pottsville Stadium before?
Yes, I would.
That thing blows. It's on a hill. Listen, no fan wants to walk up a hill and watch a game because by that time, go.
And especially if you're the away team and you got your tail kicked in,
Yeah.
it's a long walk.
Then you gotta
back.
walk.
Yeah, it's a long walk.
It's a long walk back.
Yeah. So Palmerton. Does anyone want to take a guess? Palmerton's record here. I didn't do it with any others because I'm sure everyone else knew what Lehighton's record
Right,
was
yeah.
in Jim Thorpe. So
At least I'm thinking they're probably 50%.
Keith, you have any idea?
4 wins.
They're actually 2-6.
Oh, they're teams.
Yeah,
2-6.
they're not having a good year. But you know what's surprising? They went and got smacked by a bad team, and then went to Wilson and lost 35-32. So, and I was looking at a lot of the scores. They would play a really good team and play them hard and like really close.
Close games.
And then they play this team that they should beat, waxed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not from Palmerton, so I don't really go to all the games. But they're playing Salisbury next, which should be a winnable game for them. And then every other season with volleyball and field hockey is all wrapped up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
So
all.
Lehighton's field hockey, if I'm right, went 5-5 this year, which it's pretty good. And especially when you're a Redskins fan, 5-5 sounds really good.
It sounds really good.
5-5 would be a dream team.
Yeah, exactly. Any Miami fans out there, if you're listening, I am sorry. And Lehighton volleyball went 10-13, which was it was an okay year. I wouldn't say good, but it was okay. I mean, young.
Well,
It was a young team.
We just don't grow them as tall as what we used 2 years ago.
Right.
You notice the generational gap there is we lack height. You know, even on the football scale. I mean, you look at
Yeah.
varsity football teams from back in the early '80s. You know that like players were much bigger. You know,
Yeah.
and the same with even with basketball.
Yeah,
It's just a shorter. We're just shorter.
Well, we're not as big. That's the
No,
biggest thing.
absolutely, you're
Right.
right.
So we only have a few minutes left here. Let's get back into Rocktoberfest before we end this. Is there anything else you think anyone should know that is happening?
So Rocktoberfest is Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 10 Saturday, 12 to maybe like 7:30 Sunday. There's a multitude of bands, awesome games, great vendors, ton of food. And a unique element that we're adding is you'll actually be able to bring your kids down and trick or treat at the vendors.
Oh wow!
So you'll be
that's
able to
something
walk
different.
down,
Yeah.
bring your youngsters down and trick or treat Saturday from 6 to 8. And all the vendors will hand out treats. So for every vendor you bring your kid to, they'll have a little treat
So
for
do
your
I
kid.
count as a kid?
Probably if your mom takes you. Now, if you go by
Okay.
yourself, it's just
Even
weird.
if I dress up.
If you dress up, well, you normally do. But if you dress up and go yourself,
this
it's
is
just
normal.
weird. It's
This
just
is
weird.
normal.
But if your mom takes you, then it's acceptable.
Okay, so in that case,
And then Sunday
anybody,
as well.
anybody that sees me, I'm going as a lumberjack. I just don't dress like a bum.
And then Sunday 4 to 6 as well. So same thing. You'll be able to bring your kids down, and it's something different, you know. And
Yeah.
please come out and visit and patronize our parade. It's a great thing our town's been doing for a long time, and the parade committee, great people. They really are, and we're actually really honored to be able to partner with them on the same day, same weekend, and be able to give our community a freaking great weekend to have a blast with so many free elements. The parade, it's free. Come sit outside, watch. It's great. It's fantastic. Come to Rocktoberfest. It's free. There's no entrance fee. You just come down, hang out, enjoy it.
We really appreciate everything that's going on here, and I think a lot of people take advantage of that, and they don't realize how great it really is.
Right.
It's a great thing. People really should come out and check it out. We want to thank Ryan for being here,
Thank you.
taking time. I
Yeah,
know
thank
you
you.
see me every day at work. You don't want to see me anymore. Trust me, I don't want to see you either. So Keith,
Thanks again for coming out and being our first guest, our first guinea pig.
I'm
Yeah.
honored and blessed to be able to come out and hang out with you guys. I really am. I'm truly honored. Thank you very much.
You always remember your first, man.
wait, what's her name?
But you know what's even better, Doc, is you always remember where.
That's right.
So hopefully we can do this again with you, Ryan. It was a blast.
I'd absolutely be willing to come back.
You know, an
anytime
hour
guys
went
want.
fast. That was the biggest thing. So I want to thank everybody that was listening and watching, and hopefully you guys watch again next week.
Yeah, our next show will be October 28th, and stay tuned for our agenda for that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Boom! That just happened.
There you go.
In the books.
Perfect.
Boom.
That's perfect. Let that
Thanks,
song
Ryan.
go.
You got it.
And
How they do, man.
Yeah,
This is
I told
really
you, you
cool.
were
This
not
was
gonna be
really
disappointed.
good making, man. How, the beer made it.
I made it.
Made it, man. Now,
Alright,
what-
who's
what do
driving
we
me
do?
home?
Those 3 dots all the way on the end. 3
How
dots.
we doing?
Hit the wheel.
Sound great.
Oh, thank you.
I had
Scroll
people
up,
walk
like just do your finger
on my
up,
viewing
don't go
party
away,
from
and turn
Missouri
it off.
and Louisiana.
Oh, nice.
And yes.